mechanics.
All right.
Anaïs.
Hello.
Hello.
Our favorite. You're back.
How are you? It's beautiful to
And
see
I'm good.
you.
How are you?
She's more famous than she was last time.
I know.
She's more and more famous.
I just want to say a quick side comment before we start.
Yes.
When I listened back to that first interview we did,
Uh-oh.
I didn't know this when we were doing it, but apparently I was interrupting you a lot and I just didn't realize because of the delay in sound. So I want to apologize for that ethically and production wise, and I will be more careful this time.
You're such a pro. You know what? I recall I wrote you after that and I said, where did you learn to like do the pauses like that? Like you would answer a question and then
I was surprised that you said that because I was like, I was interrupting you and I didn't mean to.
I don't remember. Everybody interrupts me. So
I always interrupt there, Jeremiah.
Well, they shouldn't. You're all very smart and very nice. So
Greg, go ahead and turn on your camera anytime.
Yeah. Greg, turn your camera on.
He just texted me. He wanted to know if he could.
Oh, sure. You
sneak in
can.
here.
There you go, Greg.
is my sound okay?
See, your sound is great.
Cool beans.
Look at this.
Come on, Greg.
Greg's
on.
camera.
Turn your lights on in your room. There you go.
I'm trying. There we go. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
He's on the farm.
great.
He's got to do with a candle.
I'm in the farmhouse. That's right.
Okay, I need you to upgrade to a torch.
Yeah, that sounds scary.
It does.
So I'm Jeremiah. Greg, nice to meet you. First time on the show. This is Anaïs, and you probably read a little bit about her. She is she's climbing the chart. She's a
fabulous
jazz vocalist.
singer.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
So we're going to just open up
Thank
here real
you.
quick, guys, with Anaïs, and we're going to do 5-10 minutes, just fill everybody in on your show this weekend.
Yeah.
And your upcoming shows
Yay.
and how you're and all that stuff. And then you're welcome to hang out or like you do sometimes, or if you've got, now that you're so big out there, you probably have many things to
not. I'm really not.
do. Yes, you are.
I'm really not.
Can you handle the fame?
So Greg,
Yeah.
welcome
I
to
do
the
have
show.
something after this, so
Thank
I won't
you.
be able to stay. But I'm
Okay.
sorry.
See, I
just
told
wanted to let you know. So
I knew it. Greg,
No, it's really not like that.
She's dissing us, Jeremiah. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
kidding.
really don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
That sounds about
You know
right.
what? I'm with you, Anaïs. I'm with you.
That's about right. I'm gonna pronounce your last name Reno now, just for that.
You know what? You will only be the 100th, so you're not even. That doesn't even hurt.
And
You
it
can't
is
hurt me.
Reno. It is Reno.
Yes,
So-
yes.
All right, so we it sounds like it looks like we've all had a lot of coffee, and we're
We're charged.
Greg,
Hey, it's August.
Richard, doing summertime.
Yeah,
and
summertime.
and the farm jam is coming up. The
Farm
festival.
jam. All right.
Let's do. Do you want to do your thing, Richard? Tell them what to look for the cues.
Oh, yes.
Anaïs
I will
is
be
a
giving
full pro.
Jeremiah through video. I will be giving him 2 minutes, 1 minute
Am I
and
the
30
only one
seconds.
who has a bunch of feedback
feedback.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm
hear it.
not hearing any problems at this end from your audio.
from you? It's like a bunch of.
Huh.
It might be her microphone on the computer's on.
It could be. But
When
when
the
it-
two of you talk, I'm getting.
you're saying that when I speak, there's a strange sound coming through to you.
when both of you speak.
Oh, well, we'll try not
There's
to.
like an extreme.
Huh.
It's distracting. It might be the laptop sound.
It could
right?
be.
Or
It could
turn
be.
off the sound, maybe.
Well,
Let me
if she
see
does that,
something.
she won't be able to hear us.
How is my sound still okay?
You have been sounding just great the whole time.
Okay, so I'm not going to use the fancy headphones and mic then
Okay.
because something was happening
All right.
and I
that
wouldn't have been
better?
able to tell what you were saying.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's a lot better. I just wanted to make sure the sound was still
You're still
okay.
sounding okay. You're still sounding
Okay.
okay. All right.
Okay.
So
Cool,
I'll be giving
sorry.
hand signals. Now, those hand signals are for Jeremiah. If you're in the middle of a story, if you're in the middle of something, keep going. Don't be distracted by the hand signals, because Jeremiah will find a place to sort of pause you and take our break. And then I will I'll do a 3, 2, 1 and point, and Jeremiah will then kick us off. Okay? So just know that Jeremiah will take us in and out. If you're in the middle of something, don't just stop or what have you. You
Okay.
can certainly shorten it up if you want to, or say, you know what, I think what I'd like to do is for a teaser, take this into the next segment or something. I mean, that you certainly could do that, but bear in mind, those are for Jeremiah. Okay?
Any questions?
Any questions? There's a test later.
We are recording this, and it is not live, but it will air this
Yeah,
weekend.
that's
so.
right.
Okay,
right,
I'm
I'm
ready when
ready.
you guys are.
Video is rolling. Standby audio in 3, 2, 1. You're live.
Welcome to the Jeremiah Show, and welcome back, Dr. D. How you feeling?
I am feeling great. I spent last weekend at the Ritz. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Cottage Hospital.
I had you're looking a little tan for being in the hospital. So I don't know if that was that a true story?
I joked with them. I said, you guys here at the Ritz, you really take care of your people. The food is fantastic. And they just looked at me going, you've had way too much. You're either way too much pain, too many pain meds, or something. No, I had a gallstone the size of a golf ball.
Clicking that.
I just kept clicking that morphine, you betcha. And I had the gallbladder removed, and I'm doing great a week out. I mean, as we talk here, it's only been a week, and I'm just amazed at the recovery. But then again, I'm a pretty healthy guy. But boy, that thing hit me on a Tuesday. I thought it was indigestion.
We're happy to have you back. And
there you go.
And I wanted to thank Greg Knight, from the founder of Farm Jam. He joins us again today.
Yes,
we had him scheduled last week. Yeah. And thank you for being understanding and flexible. And for all the listeners out there, they were worried about you, Dr. D. So I'm glad you're back in the saddle. You can't keep a good man down.
I appreciate all the kind thoughts and prayers from everybody. So.
Hey, listen to this. We've got this is exciting. Guess who's back with us? She's joined us again.
Elvis,
just about as big, jazz vocal prodigy and chart-topping vocalist Anaïs Reno is back on the show. She's no stranger to the stage.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hi.
I'm going to mention this again for listeners maybe who haven't caught you on some previous shows. And if you haven't heard Anaïs Reno's new album or debut album, go ahead and bleep, have you been? She's been performing on stage since she was 8. And after winning the 2016 Forte International Competitions Platinum Award at Carnegie Hall.
Oh,
how do they fit all that on a trophy? Anaïs won second place at Michael Feinstein's Great American Songbook Academy competition in Carmel, Indiana, in the summer of 2018. And she took first place at the Mabel Mercer Foundation competition in New York in March of 2019.
Man.
Before the world changed for the performers. This year, Anaïs released her debut album, Lovesome Thing. Anaïs Reno sings Ellington and Strayhorn, accompanied by the Emmet Cohen Trio, which received critical praise across the world, Dr. D. And since appearing on our show last, Anaïs's album peaked at the number 6 position on the jazz charts.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Just the debut album. Amazing. So Anaïs, I knew that when I first met you that I would be saying someday, I knew her when.
Yeah.
But I had no idea that I would be saying it so soon.
Yeah. By the way, you know the old line about how to get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. And you practiced and you made it.
Welcome back.
You. I don't know if I'd say that yet, but thank you. That's very nice. And that's a very nice intro. I appreciate it.
Stephen Mosher of Broadway World says of you, this is a once in a lifetime voice. So rare, so exquisite, with a depth that goes beyond the musicality bestowed upon a singer who won the genetic lottery to perfectly balanced performances, instinct, and technique. It's the holy trinity that creates a singer who is able to do the kind of thing that Anaïs does on this album. So tell us, you're here to welcome back and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you. You're so well prepared. I'm very
You've got great PR company, Cats PR there in New York City.
That's right.
Sean and Judy. But no, the Cutting Room. But this is a great spot if you're not familiar with it out there in the listening land. The Cutting Room, Lady Gaga got her start there.
Really?
She played the piano.
Wow.
Yeah. And also Joan Rivers performed there.
Oh, wow.
So
I don't think she sang though.
I don't know.
I don't think Joan Rivers. I don't know, but I've never heard anything of her sing. But anyway, that's a great,
pretty
place.
Cool spot.
Yeah,
it's your debut at the Cutting Room. So tell us a little bit about it, Anaïs. And what's been
Yeah,
happening
I've sung a
since-
couple times at the Cutting Room as a part of other people's events. This is my first solo show there, and it's going to be a lot of standards that I love, some new ones, a few from the album, and I'm very excited to do it because this is the first solo show I've done since before the pandemic started.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
That's amazing.
How'd that feel?
Well, I hope it goes well. I've performed
know
a
it
few
will.
times since clubs opened.
At
and-
Birdland, right?
Yeah,
Our
a
good friend
couple times
Gianni
we're at
Valente.
Birdland. Yeah, a couple times we're at Birdland, some other venues too, like Swing 46. There was one in Philly recently with the wonderful Benny Vanak III and his incredible band that was there. And every single time has been so exciting because it's great to just be on stage at all, but the audience is especially receptive, I've noticed, since clubs opened again, because I think everybody's just excited to be out and hearing music and seeing people.
How does it feel that your album is hit number 6 on the jazz charts, and how has it been when you've performed some of those songs in front of your audience? Your live audience is so happy to be out and seeing you.
Well, to be quite honest, since none of the events have been purely mine, they have not been catered to an audience that has specifically heard the album. But I've had some people come up to me and say, oh, I heard your album, or I heard this track on the radio. And it's very honored. I feel very honored. It's also quite strange because until now, it's all been very intangible. I felt quite numb to everything, as grateful as I am, because I haven't had, like a lot of other people who have released music recently, a normal album release experience. You know, there isn't a big party, a show immediately after it released. It's just seeing numbers and reviews and nothing in person. You can't see it, but it's starting to happen, and it's going to take a second for it to catch up to me emotionally, but it's been really nice to witness, and hopefully I'll get to understand it a little bit more as performances happen more and snowball.
Yeah, so you're making your debut at the Cutting Room. That's on 44 East 32nd Street between Park and Madison Avenue. The Cutting
I didn't
Room,
even know that. Wow.
I'll send you a pin drop. The Cutting Room is so you can make it on time. The Cutting Room is a great sounding room where established players spontaneously show up and play, and up and comers get heard by the right people. This is described as visually, it's art meets music. And I went the gentleman right to your left there, Greg Knight. He introduced you to him here officially. Greg has founded Farm Jam. So I don't know if you can sing any country rock, Anaïs, but you could be a performer in an upcoming another
We
season.
would love her. at
I would
Farm Jam.
love
We have
to
every
explore
genre
that.
there.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Cool.
that would be yeah. He's got a really great music festival up in Washington
amazing.
State. Yeah. So tell us. So let me give you all the information one more time. It's called An Evening with Anaïs Reno and the Pete Malin-Verney Trio. Did I do his name justice?
Pete Malin-Verney, yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay,
love
good.
Pete. I should say something about Pete. That's interesting is I've known him for several years, and I've gotten the pleasure to work with him, but he's also going to be my professor in college in the fall. So it's an interesting shift of dynamic that I'm curious to witness.
Right, to play with. Make sure he gives you an A if he's listening. I'm sure he will be listening. Give her an A. She deserves it. The Cutting Room, Tuesday, August 10th at 7 p.m. You can get tickets for An Evening with Anaïs Reno. They're $20, $25. That is nothing. That's a bargain.
Yeah.
Get them now, because in a year, the way you're going, they will be up to like $400, $500. I'm
Oh,
sure.
I don't know. Thank
Go to
you.
eventbrite.com and then / An Evening with Anaïs Reno. And then next up, you're playing the inaugural Jazz on the Narrows Festival in Maryland on August 14th. You're on tour, produced by Muddy Waters' daughter, Mercy.
Oh,
And the
wow.
festival runs from August 13th to the 15th. And then there's lastly another festival in New York in White Plains, Westchester. It's called Jazz Fest White Plains, and you perform September 10th. The festival runs from September 9th to 12th. And then, Anaïs, we're gonna have to let you go. I know you've got to go on to another radio show or a fan signing or something, red carpet. So we're gonna let you go and talk to Greg a little bit here. He did put out an invitation, so you guys should connect. I'll connect you guys after the show.
Yeah, love that. Thank you.
Stay with us all the way through the show because we're playing another single from Anaïs Reno, Lush Life, in its entirety at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Go find her on all her socials, anaisreno.com, and on Instagram and Facebook at Anaïs Reno Jazz. I'll spell it for you, ANAISRENOJAZZ. Thanks so much for coming back, Anaïs. And
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's great to see y'all again. Nice to meet you, Greg.
we'll see
Nice
you
to
soon.
meet you.
Break a leg this weekend and next weekend.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, you too.
All right. Should we take a quick break and come back with Greg?
If you would like to do that,
that good for
I
you,
can
or what do you think?
accommodate you.
What
You
would you, or
betcha.
should we just keep going, Doctor? You tell
I would
me.
say let us take the break.
You're
and
back,
then
so I don't want to let you go because I don't want you out of my sight. I don't know what's going to happen. I got to keep you in my sight.
Let's go ahead and jump, but I will tell you that that what folks will hear as soon as we do go to break, they are going to hear information about what we're going to talk about in the next segment.
Farm Jam. Greg and Zara Knight present
Right on.
the 2021 Farm Jam Music and Camping Festival. Real people. Excuse me, I'm doing it backwards. Real farm first.
Real
Real people.
Mhm.
Real music. We'll be right back with Greg Knight, founder of the Farm Jam.
We're clear. All right. Let me butt
All
this
right,
up
Greg.
here.
Thanks for
Yeah.
hanging.
Oh, you bet. This is fun.
Anaïs is great, isn't she?
Oh, shit.
Yes.
She came on, I think, the first time, not even like 6 months ago, right before when her
Yeah.
album dropped or before.
Exactly.
It just has done so well.
Yeah.
Such,
All right.
such a young pro.
I am ready
Okay,
to talk Farm Jam.
let's talk it. I know you've got roosters and kid.
I got
You got
chickens.
everything. Chickens.
I got
You
chickens.
don't have as much as Greg has. I
No,
don't think.
probably not. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Audio in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. Today we are speaking with the founders and farm owners of the Pacific Northwest premier independent music festival, Greg and Zara Knight. Zara may be joining us shortly, but we've got Greg here right now. Together, this energetic couple combines their love of their farm and the music, spotlighting indie and original music and musicians on the farm in a
Mhm.
major way, Dr. D.
Mhm.
So many years ago, Greg Knight and his third generation farming family shared a dream together. They dreamed of using their farm and the land it sat on to hold a world-class music festival with an emphasis based around their strong community values, a love for the land and the agriculture, and for the people who loved the music as much as they did. It was a literal field of dreams.
That was in my head. I could see the corn stalks and the baseball diamond
Yeah, alfalfa. Don't forget alfalfa.
and alfalfa.
It's right next to the cornfield. We have that.
So he's visualizing. Dr. D's
I'm
visualizing. it.
visualizing it.
You're a doctor.
see it.
Yeah, you can see the future.
I'm there.
Once they decided to create this music festival, Dr. D, there was no turning back. And to pull it off, they quickly brought on a team of professionals and volunteers to bring this vision to life. An important element in the Knight's vision of their music festival was that everyone involved embrace a team approach to volunteerism,
Mhm.
creativity, innovation, and promoting a free spirit of marching to your own drum. The goal was to invite music fans to the farm who wanted to engage with their favorite entertainers that make the music that they love, and the local farmers who grow the food that they eat. And thus, Farm Jam was born. What sprung from that foundation is the Pacific Northwest premier independent music festival that spotlights indie and original music in a major way. Farm Jam connects music lovers and bands, farmers, ranchers, and local community. Welcome, Greg, to the show.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you for having me.
What an
This is
accomplishment.
our pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if I may, just before you get into all of the details about Farm Jam, and people are going to hear about it throughout the program with a commercial we're running for Farm Jam, I wanted to ask you, Greg, because I find this fascinating from my area and my realm of interviews that I do. What have you seen happen to the plants and animals around the farm when this music is being played?
That's one of my questions, Dr. D.
Is that-
You're stealing my
Did I
question.
jump? I jumped ahead. Okay.
It's okay. Take it. I like it.
I'm just curious as to if you have noticed a difference in the way in which the corn and alfalfa seem to grow, or the chickens laying eggs,
The
or
tomatoes.
or the tomatoes, whatever it is that you got going there. The vibe has got to be incredible.
The vibe is incredible. In addition to the corn and hay, we do have a field of pumpkins. And last time we did this, all the performers like to go out and grab a pumpkin and pick their own pumpkin. Of course, they're ripe that time of year. So, the farm loves it. The animals love it. We have a small river right at the edge of the field as well. It's just a magical place.
Yeah, it looks
Very
like
cool.
a magical place.
Very cool.
Well, let's start in the beginning here, Greg. And I want to know a little bit, I want to know personally, I'm sure Dr. D feels the same, and the listeners out there, we want to know a little bit about you and your family.
Yeah.
You've got a pretty impressive career. You were 2 years as a Peace Corps volunteer in Africa, and you're an executive
Long
director.
ago.
What's that? Long ago?
Long time ago.
Yeah, but says a lot about your character. I think that it makes you an interesting person to do something like that with your life in the beginning. And then I know you're an executive director of a nonprofit, and you founded Farm Jam, and you run a full-time farm. So fill in the blanks. Tell us about what makes Greg tick.
Yeah, it was a long road to get here. Both my wife and I were born and raised in this immediate area. I
Mhm.
left for about 25, 30 years before coming back. And I took over what was my grandparents' farm. And so my children, who range from 12 to 19, are ready to take it over after us.
So it's third generation farm.
Yeah, I'm third generation.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
My-
Going into fourth, huh?
Yeah, the rest of my family, my brother and my dad still farm, and my other brother's a horse rancher. So we have it all right around here.
Amazing.
We
Well,
farm a little of everything, and about 12 years ago, we wanted to start bringing the public onto our farm. It's a magic place. So we developed a corn maze and a pumpkin patch.
Oh,
So
fun.
every fall, we have thousands of visitors. We have school field trips. This spring, as COVID was winding down and the schools didn't have a place to have their senior proms, we had some proms. We allowed them to host in the barns here, and just a little of everything focused on the community and family.
Oh, that's neat. So
Yeah.
instead of canceling the proms, you guys offered a location, and I guess it was outdoors and probably a little healthier to be outdoors, right? On the
That's
farm.
right.
Tell us about Zara, your wife, who may join us if she gets a moment in her busy day. But tell us
She
about
has a busy job where she often has investigations she has to deal with in a state job, and she's born and raised up on the mountain. I was born and raised down here in the valley, but still nearby, within 15, 20 minutes of each other. She's worked her entire career in the social services. That's what her degree is, in early childhood development, and she has done that her entire life. After earning her degree from Washington State University. And the two of us found early on, we just love the farm, love gardens, love everything with nature, and we really enjoy bringing people to the farm.
Yeah. Well, you've had a life, both of you. You've dedicated your lives to helping others through your various jobs and volunteerism, and then now with the bringing music to
Mhm.
to people. I think there's nothing more honorable than all of that. So I definitely wanted to get to know you and your wife a little bit and mention some of your accomplishments. So let's talk about the farm now a little bit more. You said 90 acres.
Yes, the farm we're on here is 90 acres. This is the room I'm in, my grandparents' 115-year-old house, and
Wow.
it has the stereotypical big red barns and white chicken shed.
You said chicken shed, right? Not
Yes.
Yes,
we don't
that's
have to
what I
bleep
thought.
that.
Full
Okay.
of the other.
Richard was ready to bleep.
Yes, with a shed full of the other. Yes.
Yeah.
I know about that because we have chickens as well. And I have to tell you that I was born a city boy, and moved here to Santa Barbara, where we live in a rural area. And you and I share the same affinity, if you will, for nature. I love just getting outside. It's just a wonderful feeling.
Greg, do you need any volunteers?
Yes, please.
We're always looking for volunteers.
Richard has a trailer and will travel.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll give him free camping to come and help us out.
Oh,
I love the
yes.
How about concert tickets?
Yeah, that's included.
I'm helping you, Dr. D. That's included too.
Hey, I'll
Yeah,
work
that-
while the
that's
concert's
called-
going on because I'll still get the vibe.
Right. That's called you get to hear the music because you're on the farm.
That's it right there.
Oh
man.
What type of crops do you grow? And do you offer that? Do you sell them to the public, or are they just for the family?
No, we grow hay that, we sell to the public. We feed some to our own animals, our horses and whatever we have. We have rabbits and horses. Like a farm, we have a little of everything. And then we grow corn, and we just put the corn in a cart beside the road, and people leave money on their honor, and we sell it to the public that way. And we sell pumpkins and squash, and the corn is entirely on your honor. People leave money and take what they want, and everybody's happy with that.
And does that honor system work generally?
I think so. Absolutely. We've had people come back and say, "Hey, I took an extra one. I owe you a quarter." It's amazing.
I was
They
up,
just
we
want
were-
to come back to the
We
farm.
were up in Ojai this weekend, or not Ojai, up in Los Olivos this weekend. And there was at Fest Parker's Resort. There was an honorable, honor system, vegetables, corn and radishes and all this great stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we actually put in more money because we didn't have change.
Right.
And I love that idea. I love the honor system
Yeah.
idea. So you cover for somebody else a little bit here or there.
Exactly.
And then,
It's a form of pay it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very cool.
It's always worked for us.
if you're not driving when you're listening to the show here, check out farmjamfestival.com because there's some pretty cool pictures. And you talked about the alfalfa and the hay. There's some rolls. I think I saw that on the website, getting the field ready and cutting the hay. That takes me back. I used to live up in Idaho, and I would over a little close to you, cross the border there over near Coeur d'Alene. And I worked in a hay field in the summer. Oh my God, that is the hottest, stickiest, itchiest. I could not wait till like the farmer would drive by with the truck and we would jump in and I'd get a cold soda and the air conditioning. I look forward to that.
We use those bales to ring the perimeter of our venues. So
cool.
Oh, great.
Real farm feel.
Yeah.
Well,
Instead of chain link fencing, we use hay bales.
They're bales, not rolls.
I like
We
them.
use both. We have the big round rolls and we have some of the small square bales.
God, those things are huge.
So you couldn't pull that off down here because it wouldn't be authentic, but you'd try. You'd probably spend a lot of money for that. Where's the farm located before we go to our commercial break here, Greg?
About an hour north of Spokane.
Okay, north of Spokane.
Okay.
So closest town.
Colville. It's 5,000 people.
How far is that from Newport?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. So I'm still, my geography's off. I used to drive through there. I just don't remember very well.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about that fall corn maze and pumpkin patch. Put that on your calendar next after you go to Farm Jam with Greg Knight. We're here with him. He's the founder. Real farm, real people, real music. Don't miss out. Go to the website right now. Well, we got the break here going. It's farmjamfestival.com. Get your festival and camping passes before they're gone, and they are going fast. The festival is September 3rd through September 5th. You can email Greg at info@farmjamfestival.com if you got any questions, or call them at 509-255-3905. You have enough time now to plan in Santa Barbara, Los Angeles, California, wherever you're at in the middle of the country. Take a road trip. There's nothing better.
Labor Day road trip.
Labor Day
Right,
road.
it's a month away.
Month away. You got a time to plan. Get on the calendar. We'll be right back with Greg Knight, Farm Jam.
All right, we're clear. Stand by. Very cool. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Dr. D, I think you need a vacation.
Yeah, really. By the way, I will tell you that the one of the greatest parts, and you'd think, how in the hell could there be a great part in regards to getting your gallbladder removed, having to deal with that. Well, the great part was that my phone that I took with me that early morning at 4:30 in the morning, when I was taken to the ER, was low on power. So my wife I decided to give it to her to take home to charge. I did not have my phone for 2 days. It was bliss. I want you to know it was bliss.
I threw mine in the ocean last week.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
I would, but I don't want to pollute the ocean.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go back. We got so much to talk about.
All right.
That's great.
We're
here.
ready to rock and roll in audio in 3, 2, 1. You're live.
Okay, plan your road trip, gas up, go. You want to hit the festival September 3rd through September 5th. We are back with Greg Knight, founder of Farm Jam, who lives on a farm, third, almost fourth generation now farm, passing it on to his kids. And he put together a beautiful, amazing music festival. How many years now, Greg? Is it third, going on third or fourth?
Third, yeah, third.
So I thought, and the farm, before we move off the farm here and get into the festival a little bit, one and the same, but before I just have a little more information. Why do you love to farm, Greg? What do you love about it?
There's just something out there. And as you mentioned earlier, you leave the phone at the house and you're out in the field, and it's often early morning and late night, and it's pretty peaceful. It allows you to reconnect and reboot your brain.
Yeah. Needs it regularly.
And did you meet, you talked about your wife, Zara, she's from down the road up on the mountain, and you're down in the valley on the farm. When did you guys meet in high school, or when did you meet?
No, we met later in life.
Later in life?
Yeah, working for the same employer.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the vision a little bit of Farm Jam, because I think it's so fascinating. Your vision. Explain it a little bit.
Our vision starts with great music. We call it, part of our tagline is real music. Neither of us are centered in just one genre. We like a little of everything. And often you go to festivals and they're 100% rock or country or folk or blues or jazz. And we try to bring a little of all of that in there. And we also feel there are a lot of amazing musicians in the Northwest.
Mm-hmm. So I agree with you. We've had a lot of them on. Yeah.
And at this year's event, 10 of them are from Washington, Oregon, Idaho, or Montana. So it's an amazing lineup with some nationally known acts combined with some of our best in the Northwest.
Well, we love on the show here, the Last Chance Band. And Nick Halpin, the drummer, the Last Chance Band, connected us. And I noticed that they're opening up on Friday night.
They're the Friday night headliner. We put them last to close our Friday night kickoff. And they were at the last Farm Jam we had as well. And we're a huge crowd favorite. They put on a wonderful live show.
Yeah, those guys are great. I love the music, and I think they do it right. They're great performers. I got to get up and see them one of these times live myself. We're definitely going to go through the headliners, and each day the acts that are. You got some really impressive musicians and artists up there that's for the festival. We're going to do that kind of towards the end, Greg, but go through all of that. Besides there's a interactive, besides the vision that you just explained, there's an interactive element that you first envisioned, right? When you thought about launching Farm Jam and bringing it to the farm, the family farm there, between the musicians and the people that come and visit the farm and hear the music acts. Oh yeah. We have found that a lot of the musicians enjoy, hanging out in the campground. They're hanging out with the acts. We have nonprofits we benefit every year, and the musicians love interacting with them, whether it's local or this year's nonprofit is one from Spokane. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it sounds old fashioned, but it's just really folksy. And we have found that whether people are from Seattle or Missoula or Portland, it just really hits home with them. How do you connect these bands, these performers with the fans? Do they stroll around and meet everybody throughout this weekend? We have them segregated out, and fenced off, but they quickly,
ask if they can go out, and pretty soon they're wandering in the regular venue. And then last year, I know you mentioned Last Chance Band, after the Saturday night after the Saturday night headliner left, they were out in the campground doing a little impromptu show. So it's just everybody having fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is
That
cool.
is cool.
It sounds like, I mean, that was part of your vision. A major part of your vision was to make it like no other experience at any other music venue in the world. And
that's right.
The environment, the beautiful farm there with the creek running through it, the stage, which you mentioned to me off air, that you use the same stage that they use at the Gorge. It's that great big stage line stage, and our production guy brought that in year one, and we've done with it ever since. And they come in, they're mobile stages, but after about 8 hours, it looks like it belongs there.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take another real quick break. We'll be right back with Greg Knight. He's the founder of Farm Jam, real farm, real people, real music, and headlining. I'm just going to read this real quick. Tyler, is it Tyler Farr? I've never pronounced his name. Farr, yeah. Drake White, and there's many, many more. It's September 3rd through the 5th, 2021, Colville, Washington. We'll be right back with more from Greg Knight, Farm Jam.
Stand by. Lining things up to get an accurate timing here.
Okay.
Yeah, that just sounds like such a blast. It really does.
We're going to air this all weekend, Greg, but I'm going to air it as we get closer to it as well. But I figured start getting people thinking about it if they are making a trip. And then I mentioned off air, we've got a lot of listeners, big listenership up in Washington and Idaho. So,
that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And you've got like 23 minutes. So whatever you want to do, just roll along.
Okay. I want to go up to Farm Jam. Can I make it there that time?
I think you can. I think you can, because I know you will break the sound barrier. In 3, 2, 1, you're live.
Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. We're having a great hour here with Greg Knight. He is the founder of Farm Jam up in Colville, Washington. You've got time. We're doing the show a little bit early so that you have time to go up over that week, Labor Day weekend, and enjoy yourself at Farm Jam. You can get some tickets for camping, stay there all 3 days. You get to meet the artists, hang out, and you're on a real working farm. Welcome back, Greg.
Hey, thank you.
The environment, you've said, lets you bridge with the local community to promote agriculture and local food. Is that a focus during the festival, or do you tell me about some of the vendors and some of the food offerings, and is there education? Is it just fun? How do you
our food offerings vary from local to ones that travel all around the Northwest. The local food vendors use locally sourced produce, meat if possible. Whatever they use is all local, and within local, that'd be within 50 miles. So it's a pretty tight group using that.
Well, you mentioned earlier that the nonprofit that you're working with this year, it's helping veterans.
Yes.
So Farm Jam you partner with the nonprofit Greater Veterans of Spokane. So that's spelled, if you want to look it up, GR8TER, Greater Veterans Spokane. So you're helping veterans in Eastern Washington. And tell us a little bit about how that helps and how you're helping.
Yeah, their founder and CEO is a guy named Nick Richardson. He reached out to us after the 2019 event and asked if we would be interested in partnering with them in some way. And my wife and I instantly thought, hey, that's the group that should be the beneficiary of the next Farm Jam. As it turns out, he was in the service with one of our performers this year, Scooter Brown. And as we started looking at our lineup, we realized we had quite a few veterans in the bands that will be highlighted this year. And just there's so many intricacies of the help veterans need, whether it's medical or health or housing. And Greater Veterans Spokane helps bridge all of those needs with the veterans up here in the local area. And it says Spokane, but their outreach is beyond that, of course.
Right. I love that. I love that cause. And what a great hats off to you. If I had one, Dr. D, you can take yours off for me.
Okay.
Hats off to you for doing that. What a great. Here's something that I like about this as well. And I think the listeners are the people that will be traveling to you. If you haven't got your tickets, if you follow them on Facebook, and when I say them, I'm talking about the veterans, the greater veterans of Spokane. You can get promo codes on their Facebook page after you follow them for Farm Jam tickets. And I'll give you out that address if you're interested. It's facebook.com/greater veterans /. So go there and get some, if you're going to buy tickets, and part of the proceeds go to support the great veterans who have served our country, and the greater veterans of Spokane.
It's not only a nice discount, but we give a portion of every ticket sold to greater veterans. But if that promo code is used, we give the higher portion. So doubly beneficial to use that code.
You're doing so many neat things there. And how does it feel to see the vision that you initially had come to life and basically, I don't mean to be silly, but it's sprung up right on the farm. It's almost like people have come and the bands have come and the music has come and the professionals that you needed to pull this off and the fans and the community, all these things you've basically planted the seeds, and it grew and it continues to grow. How does that make you feel?
It still amazes us. The volunteers have come out of the woodwork and friends and neighbors who said, okay, we'll handle parking. We'll handle transportation needs for the bands, whatever it may be. And it's amazing. On Wednesday of the show week, it's a field. By Friday night, we're having performances. It's taken down Monday, and by Tuesday, we're back out in the field working. It's just incredible.
With just the buzz and the high of that great festival behind you, huh? Well, the location, 73 Oakshot Road, Colville, Washington, 99114. But you can find it if you're driving, you don't remember that. Check it out on maps.
By the way,
or on their website, farmjamfestival.com.
By the way, because it is a real farm, I don't care what Greg is doing. The festival is going on. They're building this, they're constructing that, they're doing all of this stuff. Somebody has got to be taken care, specifically the fields. They can sit for a couple, 3 days, but the animals, and I know this from personal experience, they have to be taken care of every day. So it's not like, okay, chickens and goats and cows, you go over there for the next 3 days, we'll get to you.
No, that's right. And another thing is, my wife's brother did all the corn picking last time because everyone else still likes to come and buy corn from our corn cart during the show.
Yeah.
And so we have the animals to take care of. We have the general public still wanting to buy corn and squash. Squash becomes really big about that time of year also.
Well, Dr. D, I know you're concerned about the animals, so I'll ask my animal questions now.
Okay.
What do you do with the livestock during the concert series, Greg? Do you have to move them, or?
Actually, we've moved most of the livestock to a location a couple miles away.
Say where, don't say where.
And that's where the horses and the rabbits and the chickens, and that's where everything else is.
They're in an undisclosed location.
That's right.
You'll never tell. Can they hear the music from where they're at? Do they like music? Yeah. I would imagine they do. Does it freak them out, or do you know? Or
no, right across the river, there's always a big herd of cattle there, and they don't mind it at all.
They get free tickets. So this is the $1 million question I've been thinking about since we had you. Which animal likes the music the most? Can you tell? Is it the cows?
No, I don't know.
The chickens?
What's interesting? There's a lot of wild game birds or pheasants, geese, ducks, quail are around, and they keep, they seem to enjoy it. They don't even doesn't faze them one bit. And I see my wife Zara joined us.
Oh, good. Well, Zara. So I've been saying it wrong. Zara Knight. Zara.
How are you?
Hi, Zara.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So let's go into the lineup, Greg. And I want to, before we go and talk about the lineup this great lineup that you have for Farm Jam, I want to mention to the listeners that Greg created the soundtrack for the show. Everything, all the music that you're hearing during the show, they're musicians and artists that are performing at Farm Jam. Not only that, but Greg created the list. You can find it on Spotify. If you love the music, you hear a song you like, it's on our Black Label logo on Spotify. The orange label is our podcast. But yeah, check it out. Greg has a great soundtrack. Really enjoying it.
It overrode my suggestions of chickens and cows and pigs and tractors and combines sound effects.
Well, Zara, we've been talking about you. I don't know if your ears were burning in the beginning. They're all your accomplishments. I just wanted to say personally, what you do and what you have accomplished is really admirable, honorable, and I admire you. So thank you for joining us on the show.
Oh, thank you for having us.
You guys want to take this together? Tell me give me the lineup on Friday night, September 3rd, 2021 at Farm Jam. Who do you got?
Well, Friday, we shortened our Friday lineup, and I'll give credit to Zara. That was her idea, to put together a brief lineup so everyone can get off work and make it up on Friday from Spokane or over where you're from, Coeur d'Alene. And Friday night is all Northwest.
I'm from Spokane. I mean, I'm going to say, where am I? I'm in Santa Barbara. It might take me a little longer to get there after work.
Could you have him wait till he gets there?
It was a long time ago, but yeah. I'll just plan on being there by that time. So go ahead. Friday lineup.
The very opening band is a local band called Fire Bottle Brothers. They've got a bunch of original sets, and they've been playing and really starting to tear it up this spring. And my wife and I went and watched them in February, and Zara turned to me and said, we need to book them. So we did. And then we have Jesse Quant from Spokane. He's a veteran, so he's part of that Greater Veteran Spokane group. And actually, I should back up, the lead person for Fire Bottle Brothers, Dylan Yeager, is also a veteran. We didn't know that at the time, but once we booked him, we learned that. And then we have an amazing performer from the Portland, or little south of Portland area, named Jessie Lee. And I'm really excited to watch her in person. I have a lot of her songs on my playlist, and she's quite the performer. And then Zara and I have seen the Last Chance Band play numerous times, and we really like them. And Nick from the band, and they're quite the live performers.
Yeah, they are. They're great. So that's Friday night lineup.
Yep.
What a great lineup. Get there early. And you can camp. There's still some tickets left. So go to farmjamfestival.com. Pick up some
we opened
tickets.
Camping early. We had a lot of requests for people wanting to come in Thursday. So
what do they get at the camping? What are some of the amenities?
There's not a lot of amenities. It's
swim in the river,
dry camping. It's in the field. There's not a lot there.
Okay.
So basically you're doing what they call boondocking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saturday lineup. Zara, are you do you have the lineup in front of you? Do you want to do that one for us? Tell us who's coming on Saturday.
I didn't know because I quickly left a meeting.
I had a feeling, and there's a lot on Saturday. So I just wanted to give you a shot there. I didn't want to be rude. Greg, you're doing so well.
Well, Zara could chime in whenever, but we have Blake Noble. I don't know how you would describe his music. It's just, he's an instrumentalist, one of the best guitar players I've ever seen. And he's from Australia, and that big, long Australian instrument. What's it called? Didgeridoo. Yeah, he plays that.
Wow.
And
so you weren't kidding that you've got some really eclectic music and artists.
That's right.
Wow.
He is amazing, and he has an Australian accent, which I love.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's a good accent for sure.
After Blake is a honky tonk, a Western honky tonk bar band from Seattle named Santa Poco. And the first time I listened to them, I said, let's get him in here. I love that That's my type of sound. I always tell Zara, if it's got a fiddle and a steel guitar, it's good with me.
That's good with Greg. Hey, and Dr. D recently bought a brand new pickup truck down here, and you live up over the hill near the San Ynez Valley, almost.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think you need these soundtracks. This is a soundtrack for your pickup truck.
That'd be good. Put that in the old cassette deck.
Cassette. Who's next, Greg? Are we still on Saturday night?
We're still
great.
on Saturday night
great lineup.
With Aaron Crawford from the Seattle area. And then we after that's our first bluegrass band called Laney Lou and the Bird Dogs. And if you've been following us on Facebook, Zara's been putting on a lot of their posts because they are tearing it up throughout the Northwest, from Montana to Oregon to Northern California. They've been playing all over.
I loved Story. I like Drake White. Is Drake? I love that song that you sent and you put on the soundtrack again, which is on Spotify.
Yep.
It's season 8, episode
on Sunday.
Episode 391. It's the original music soundtrack for this interview, created by Greg Knight, founder of Farm Jam. Okay, continue, my friend.
Continue Saturday night. We have a woman named Carolyn Miller. She's from New York City, about as far away as you can get from here. And I was sitting with Zara one night, and I get a phone call on my cell phone from this woman who says, "Hey, I just played a show with Chase Rice, and he says I should play Farm Jam." And
well, maybe
we Googled her and listened to her music and booked her within about a week.
Isn't that fun that you just get to book people to your Farm Jam festival? That must be a lot of fun.
And then we have the guy I mentioned before, Court Carpenter. He's from Southwest Washington, lives in Nashville now, has a huge following in the Northwest. And then our biggest headliner of the show Saturday night's Tyler Farr.
Yeah, great. And he's in the soundtrack as well.
Yes.
Okay, so Sunday now. What time do we wake up on Sunday? It's our last day of the festival. We've been up all night having fun, partying in the cornfields.
Yeah.
Well, we pushed
in the river.
An after party after Tyler Farr gets done. Our DJ is doing a little after party for a while so that we can still have a few drinks and party before bedtime.
And that you guys hopefully get to relax finally, right? At that point, a little bit. That's DJ Matty you're talking about, right? He's all weekend. Yeah,
that's right.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, well, every day we start around 2:00, so you get to sleep in Sunday. That's the perfect day to walk uptown and grab a breakfast from one of our amazing local restaurants.
Oh,
plug a couple. Where should they go?
Yeah.
Give them.
Where do we like? Zara and I like going to Mavericks. There's Acorn.
Oh yeah.
Those are both good. Where else has a good one? Down the road, Little Galley in Kettle Falls has a great breakfast.
Yeah.
Which one? Say it. What's the restaurant name?
The Little Galley.
The Little
in
Galley. Very cool.
Yeah.
I like
9
that.
miles.
They all have great food.
Yeah.
So Sunday now it's 2:00 and the music never ends. What happens next?
The music starts with a guy named Devin Wade. He's from Sandpoint, Idaho. And it goes from him to a newcomer we added late named Casey Tindall. She's touring with Drake White, so we agreed to add her to our lineup here. We did that about a month ago. And she's an up-and-comer playing amazing music in Nashville. And then we have Dylan Carmichael. He plays really good honky-tonk twangy music once again, which means he's one of my favorites. After him, we have Tim Montana. Tim Montana, you will know his songs if you watch any NASCAR or professional bull riding. He has all the theme songs for those when they go on and off the air.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You got a great lineup. Great weekend.
He's a great performer.
It's almost a little bit too irresistible not to go.
Seriously.
What if the whole world shows up? 90 acres filled with that.
We have room.
I used to,
and then Sunday, I think Sunday's an amazing lineup. After Tim Montana, we have another woman from Montana named Stephanie Quayle. She's an amazing performer. She's played the Grand Ole Opry a couple times here in the last couple months, hasn't she, Zara?
Yeah. You know what?
Go ahead. Following Stephanie, we have Scooter Brown Band. And Scooter's a veteran and a big supporter of us, and he has been promoting the heck out of our show. And then the Saturday night performer is a guy I saw in concert, a few years ago, named Drake White. And he's the one who has that song Story that you mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
Drake's a heck of a performer.
I also want to give Stephanie Quell the best song title with What You Drinking About. I love on your soundtrack. I
like that.
I like that one. And also you mentioned the Scooter Brown Band, Leave It to a Woman. Now I thought, oh no, we're going to get in trouble listening to this one, but it's actually got some he's very poetic and beautiful, beautiful thoughts about women.
It is. It's a really good song.
Yeah. Have we mentioned everybody on your lineup?
That's the entire lineup.
That's a great lineup, guys. Congratulations on putting that together. I'm sure it's a lot of hard work and all that. Do you want to mention, we've got to go here in a minute, but do you want to mention any of the vendors that are on your property, any of the volunteers, any of the people that make this happen for you? Do you want to shout out? The list is probably way too long, but if you'd like to give out a couple names here, I'd love to give
Zara?
them.
You're muted, Sarah.
There we go. Yeah, I have to mute because I have 3 parrots who are really loud and noisy.
Backup band.
We have our production manager, Levi Parker, and we really couldn't do Farm Jam without him. He puts on one hell of a light show and everything for our performers. And then our volunteer coordinator and security coordinator, Amy Rooker. She's also amazing and couldn't put that on without her. And we do have a whole bunch of leads for transportation, Sabrina Reeser, and our hospitality manager, Jamie Baskins. And they have volunteers all under them. And we're having our first volunteer meeting this next Saturday, the 14th, where we're going to pull in a lot of our community volunteers that will work under them just to help things go smooth. So we appreciate all of their help. It is a lot of work, and we could not put the whole festival on without them.
Yeah. And wow. Yeah. I mean, did you have experience in this before, or did you just find great people that it all came together and they found great people and they brought their crew along? I mean, it sounds like, I know putting on music festivals is just an amazing, just complicated, lot of details. How did you?
Yeah, it was kind of a mix of all of that. I mean, 2019, we found a good group, but we did have a personal connection with them. A lot of them were our friends, but then our first group volunteers, a lot of them are coming back. So, I mean, it's just going to build and just be a stronger connection.
Yeah, that's
among
great.
all of
just gets better and better. All right, we've been talking, and have a great festival. We've been talking a Greg night and Zara night. Excuse me. I've got a great friend named Zara, so I'm just going to go there automatically. And unfortunately, Farm Jam 2021 in Colville, Washington State. Real farm, real people, real music. Don't miss out. Get your festival and camping passes before they're gone. You can go now to their website, farmjamfestival.com, September 3rd through September 5th. Info at farmjamfestival.com for all your questions. You guys have a great weekend and festival weekend coming up. We've been honored to have you on.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys for having us on. It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, real quickly, I just want to mention a couple things before we let you all go. Our top listeners last week, we want to thank the top 3 or 4, Scob. He's our, and also our friend musician, Pat Byrne, Mackenzie Tommy, Ahad, and Pablo Tamayo. Thank you for listening. Top countries were Ireland again, Dr. D.
There you go.
Place.
That's just funny.
Kuwait.
Wow.
Russia came in at number 2.
Putin's
Russian
listening.
Federation. Yeah. And United States, of course, and everybody else. There's so many people around the world that listen.
Yeah.
We love you all. Next week, Liam St. John is back from The Voice. If you remember last season, season 19.
Yeah.
He was on Team Gwen. Liam St. John is a blues rock singer and songwriter. And we've got Anya, singer, songwriter, lyricist, producer. She volunteered at Lollapalooza last week, and she wants to talk to us about the charity Musically Fed, which donates and distributes all the leftover food from the festival to feed the homeless and those with food insecurities. Tune in, listen more, and evolve. Everybody have a great week.
All right. So what we would like to do before we let the two of you go, we'd like to get a little promo. You basically would say, you would introduce yourselves. I'm Greg. I'm Zara, Farm Jam. Give a quick, maybe a little plug for Farm Jam, and then tag it out with, and you're listening to The Jeremiah Show.
Yeah, so it's a radio drop. We'll
It's
drop
a-
into future shows
All right,
for the month.
Yeah. So let me just line this up. Now let me get over here. Okay. So I will count you down, and you have the two of you do this however you want to do it. All right. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1.
I'm Greg Knight with the Farm Jam Music Festival. Real farm, real people, real music. Over 18 bands and DJ Maddie's live after show party. Labor Day weekend, Colville, Washington. And now the Jeremiah Show.
All right. Sounds good.
Great. Do you guys want to do? I have one suggestion if you want to do it. If not, that was perfect. Do you want to do something since there's two of you? Do you want to say,
Yes,
hi, this is Greg and this is Zara?
I was waiting for Zara to chime in.
Something like that. And then
I'm still
what,
waiting for quiet.
what's that? You're waiting for it to be quiet.
Let's have Zara start. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Zara, so forth. And then Greg, you can chime in. All right. Count you down. Excuse me. In 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Zara Knight, and I'm with Farm Jam Music Festival.
I'm Greg Knight, and I'm with Farm Jam Music Festival as well. Real farm, real people, real music.
And you're listening to The Jeremiah Show. 3, 2, 1.
And you're listening to the Jeremiah Show.
Zara, give me that same line. 3, 2, 1.
And you're listening to the Jeremiah Show.
Excellent. Excellent.
Well, that way we can promote you guys all month long. We'll
Yeah,
drop it in some shows.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Keep those ticket sales going.
You betcha.
God, we forgot to ask how many people show up for this. That's my final question, and then we'll let you go.
It's,
many people?
it's building.
Yeah,
This year it'll be still relatively small, 4,000.
that's still
And by next year, our goal was to have 7,500. That's a
Yeah.
pretty, it's a nice number. We don't need to be 30, 40,000 like a lot of the big festivals. We like it smaller. And like I said, our goal was by next year to be right about 7,500 and see how that feels.
well. Good luck with the festival. We'll let you go. I know you guys are busy doing all you're doing, but thanks for sharing this with us.
Oh, thank you, Jeremiah. We really appreciate it. I'm glad Nick connected us.
Yeah, me too. And we'll put this up later, and I'll share it with you guys. The links to
Okay,
you. If the podcast
great.
will go up tonight.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Have
Okay. You too. Bye-bye. And our new, we have 3 in the,
Beautiful. Let's do it.
hang on one second. I'm waiting
Well,
for,
I'll be right back. Actually.
yeah, you go ahead. I'm not going to bring them in until you get back. No, but I'm gonna make a quick pit stop, but I'm gonna let them in
Okay, I'll talk.
and you can talk to them while I take care of, see a man about a horse.
Okay.
All right, they are now coming in. Oh my God.
Hey guys. See Liam. Anya, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
This is Alexis. She's my friend. She was at the festival helping.
Oh, hi, Alexis. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on. Very good to have you. How's Chicago, guys?
Really hot.
Hot? Yeah, it's hot here too. Do you it's my pleasure, my honor to introduce you to Liam St. John here, our guest today, along with you, both of you. Richard, guys, that just ran to the other room to grab some water, so he'll be right back and we'll get started. Thanks for our first show went over a little bit. Thanks for being patient. So how are you, Liam? I haven't seen you in a long time. Feels like about a year.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Good to have you back, man.
Yeah.
And
Really
Anya was on a few weeks ago. She's a very talented musician, artist, and does everything. How about you? Do you do what kind of stuff do you work on? Are you producing and songwriter or?
Are you?
Oh, Alexis. I'm sorry. I forget. Did I not say your name?
No, yeah, it's okay.
I'm
so-
looking at you. I think you know that I'm looking at you.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with all this.
Yeah, right.
But actually, I mean, I do music in my free time. Not a producer or like published songwriter or anything. But I work with Carnegie, a nonprofit in Chicago that also combats food insecurity via school gardens in the south and west side. So
Okay.
when Anya was like, "Hey, I'm doing musically fed with School of Rock," and like we're helping repurpose food and getting it away from landfills, I was like, "Yes, sign me up."
That's such a cool cause. That's such a neat, sounds like it's such a neat experience. So Liam, we're going to start off with Anya and Alexis and talk about this experience with Lollapalooza volunteering for the first couple minutes here, and then we'll get to you. And Richard is back. Dr. D is back.
Hi. I had to see a man about a horse.
Oh, I covered for you. Said you went to get some water. You didn't have to tell him that.
All right. We'll send that to voicemail.
Okay.
All right, kids,
we can get started whenever you're ready, Dr. D.
Yeah, let me go over here. All right. Let me get the oh wait, hold on a
So
second.